Hello everyone, Solomon here. It's January 2nd, Tuesday, 11 o'clock. I'm at work. I'm outside the parking lot. I'm gonna punch in soon, so I'm making money regardless. This is just my episode of what goes down. Damn. I don't want to show too much because I'm on private property. But I'm in my car, so I get to do whatever I want. So, the Daily Digest. How should we live life? What should we be doing? You know? Are schools right, you know? Or do they just lead you down to the path of, I told you so? Well, if you're poor and you don't have any other choice, then yes, you're making the right decision. Go to school every day. You know, I wouldn't tell someone to be a lawyer or a doctor. That just sounds kind of crazy. You wouldn't get out of school until the age of like 30, and you would have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. You would also have to have lived your life shitty, knowing that you have all this debt to pay, and each one of those days you knew you were in debt. That just feels like a shit life to me. But at the end of the tunnel, you'd be a lawyer or a doctor. And your livelihood would be dependent on you actually being a doctor, being a lawyer. And at that point, you're drained, you know? You would be drained. And as time plays out, you'll find out if you have the right stuff, if you are actually a good doctor, or a sustainable doctor, or a sustainable lawyer, or whoever, or not, or a piece of shit. I looked good on paper in school. I got straight A's and everything, up until a certain point where everything turned college level and they weren't playing games anymore. Test exams were hard. You know, the reading material got harder. You know, instead of reading basic ass books, you know, and getting B pluses and A's, and you know, shit just got real all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you know, kids were barely scraping by with D's and C's. It gets even worse if you're like in an engineering program. Like the minimum grade, the passing grade is a D. I mean, somewhere along the line in the education system, kids got fucked over. I mean, so, you know, in America, the school system is like Barney and like Power Rangers back then. I mean, who was doing it right? Who the fuck was doing it right? It's obviously not America. Middle class, you know, plus public school. It was China and India. You know, like Korea and stuff. Like the math systems in America is fucking bullshit. And you're not gonna survive college. You're not gonna get a fucking job, you know, in the modern age. You're just not. How did I, you know, fuck everyone else? How did I get a job? I'm in the medical field, you know. I have American industry to rely on for money, to make money. That's how I got in, you know. If I kept going through school, get my master's, my PhD, you know, it didn't matter, because I knew I was like a shit person. Like, I don't want to get out of bed. I want to sleep all day, you know, just, you know, I wasn't well equipped or well trained to rely on myself to be that doctor or be that lawyer, be that alpha male and whatever, you know, job, you know. I was just a shitty person. Like, I am not top dog in whatever. And I don't mean that to, you know, be hard on myself. I mean, for real, like, a company, you know, a club at school would not be, you know, wouldn't work out, like, unless there were like other people involved. So for some reason, you know, I was vice president of multiple clubs in middle school and high school, and then eventually I got to be a president, and I'm just like, what the do I get paid for this shit? And I was the shittiest president ever. I didn't show up. I didn't do anything. You know, I was sick. I you know, it was just like, why am I doing? Holy shit! All of a sudden, the ball game turned around. You know, I was a person in a position of power on a, you know, on a school level, and, you know, people were dependent on me, and I was like I was literally sick at the time. I'm just like, the fuck, holy shit, this is this feels like pressure. This isn't fun. I don't want to be anyone. From now on, I don't want to be anyone. Do you really? So a question in mind in life will, do you really want to commit? Do you want to commit and be that top dog? And it's not easy. In whatever situation, I can just imagine, you know, what's it like for someone like me to be top dog, to be that doctor, or be that tech lead, or be the engineer, or be someone who isn't a piece of shit. You know, you're commanding six figures. You know, what in what reality can Solomon Chau make six figures? Which I did in 2023. Now it's 2024, so I've yet to do it again. Last year's was my first time ever I made six motherfucking figures. Which is quite impressive for my personality. The fact that I don't like talking to people, the fact that, you know, I don't like arguments, you know, I don't like selling things. Which is what you have to do. Market and sales and bullshit and talk and cold call companies, not just individuals. You have to grift people like left and right. You have to continue to mark. I didn't do any of that shit. Not like I'm proud of myself. Yeah, it's a great skill to have, to grift people and to be into sales. But year after year, you have to do that. And if you don't have that kind of asshole personality, that alpha domineering personality, then you're kind of fucked. You're just naturally butt fucked. You know, you're passive, girly, you know, you don't like talking to people, you're shy, you're just fucked, you know. Your destiny is not to work. Your destiny is not to make money. It's to make sales. It's just to like sit there in a fucking classroom and listen to a teacher and pass exams. And you'll look good on paper. You'll only look good on paper. When you go out into the real world, will girls like you? You know, will they even pay attention to you? Do they even know you exist? Probably fucking not. You don't talk enough. You're not loud enough. You don't know how to, you know, be sociable enough. You don't have enough social credit. You know, other friends of friends don't know who you are. Like, what the... This is not the life you wanted. And so you're going to go crawl back into the classroom, rinse and repeat. And that kind of habit, translates to, I'm going to play World of Warcraft in my mom's basement. Because I don't give a fuck about being social in the world, about making sales, about, asking hot girls out. And that's what it is. You gotta ask someone who's desirable, who has money, to buy your whatever the fuck, so you can get commission, rinse and repeat. And you can't be afraid. You can't be giddy. And you just have to do the motherfucking job. Day in and day out, like a machine. At first you'll be all nervous and stuff, but eventually you'll just get so used to it. And that's the truth. That's the fucking truth. So I'm very thankful and grateful for my job, that I don't have to be talking to people, trying to sell them shit, trying to grift them. Now they have the internet for grifters and salesmen and marketers. Now they have YouTube for that. Now they have Twitter X for that. They have social media for that. Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. Everyone's trying to fucking sell you something. In the apps, in the stock market or whatever. You're always trying to sell yourself. So I'm just chilling in my car, appreciating the time that I have, that I don't have to work my ass off trying to fucking sell myself, whoring myself out. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful. I don't have to go do this kind of like shit selling. If it wasn't shit selling, then I would have to be an untouchable, in construction or something. I actually slept. I work 8-hour shifts, so then I get home, so I have 16 hours to do whatever, basically. Most of that time I spent sleeping. Work and sleep. I journaled as fast as I could. I got the key points in my journal. I did my vlog, and I slept. And now I'm posting on YouTube, cause I know what it's about, and I know how time you pick something, you do something, you do the wrong habit, and time just plays out, and then you just go back to whatever the fuck you've been doing, rinse and repeat. So my new thing is to film, vlog, and just post it online and go through the next day and next day and next day. Because that's what it is, You're always going to be a bitch. Whatever you do, you're just going to be me in my personality as an introvert. I'm just going to be, that shy person, whoever the fuck, who goes to classes, get A's and whatever, doesn't apply it in real life, just gets recycled back in the system, goes to another fucking classroom, gets his masters, his PhDs and whatever. And you know what? Is he going to, hit it as a New York best time seller? No, he's just going to be some nerdy ass motherfucker and classroom after classroom trying to impress people on paper. Soon it will be a doctorate, but is he able to sell himself? Is he able to get a job? I've seen, stories of PhDs and doctors ending up homeless because they can't sell themselves. That's gonna be me, and I know it. Now, fuck it. You just have to get the fuck out there and be able to sell yourself. So with that said, I'm gonna punch in and get my money, because that's all this world knows. you know, I'll still be kind of a shitty person, but it's an introvert, you know. But at least I know what's up. I know what I have to improve on. So I'm just gonna upload this video, do my self-improvement thing, and keep going. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace out.